Welcome to another video tutorial. In this session, we will be designing and programming an obstacle avoidance robotic car. We will assemble the components from the chassis and carefully test the robotic car to be able to detect and avoid obstacles in its path. So without wasting much time, let us see how this was done. If you like our videos, kindly take a moment to like and subscribe to this channel. It will encourage us to make more videos. We begin with the schematic diagram of this project design. The schematic diagram or circuit diagram is shown thus. It involves the use of Arduino Uno board and a DC motor shield. On this shield, the ultrasonic sensor HCSR04 is connected. Also, the servo motor is connected to this too. Two pairs of DC motors are also connected to this shield. This will give the robotic chassis locomotion. Assembling the components, we brought out the chassis of the robotic car, and stripped it of the laminated paper, thus leaving us with the glassy transparent top and bottom. Next, is the 4 DC robotic motors. We brought these out and soldered wires onto their leads to conduct power to the motor. We also used glue stick gum to hold the soldered wires to ensure firmness so that the wires won't snap out when in service. The next thing is to attach these robotic motors onto the chassis. This is made very possible since the chassis has a hook and a clap where the robotic motors can be safely attached to. We began by aligning and placing them at the bottom chassis. And once this was neatly done, we used a screwdriver to guide the screw to hold these motors in their rightful position. After this stage, the next step is the attachment of the robotic wheels. This is pretty straightforward and just requires the fixing of the wheels to the robotic motor axles. Next, we affixed the top chassis to the assembled work, and we used its hook and screw to guide to the design. Then we joined the motor shield with the Arduino Uno board, and neatly placed it on top of the top chassis. This is further held in place using a glue stick gum. After which we start connecting the robotic motor to the PCB socket of the shield module. This is done according to the circuit diagram shown before. modeled the ultrasonic sensor to have an encasing such as this one. Also, the SG90 servo motor blade is attached to the ultrasonic sensor module, and it was easier to attach this to the servo motor itself. We connected this servo motor to the Arduino Uno through the Arduino motor shield and held the servo motor in place by gluing it to the surface of the top chassis. Next up, we connected the 12 volts or 18 volts power to the assembly. This choice is best especially if the power is passed through a switch that can be used to isolate it and introduce power into the motor shield. The last thing to do is to connect the ultrasonic sensor module. The ultrasonic sensor used 4 wires. The echo pin wire and the trig pin wires must be connected correctly where the power pins was connected to the 5 volts power female header pin rail. After this, the ultrasonic sensor is placed on the servo motor and a screw is used to hold it firmly on top of the top chassis. Now, with the assembly of the components and modules done, let us talk about the programming of the obstacle avoidance robotic car. To see the Arduino source code for this project design, kindly follow the link in the description to understand it. Now, to begin testing the project design, we powered it on by pressing the power switch. The design takes a few seconds to access its environment, then begins its movement. After this, it can detect and avoid any obstacles in its path. This is shown here in many cases.